Hi everyone, Lewis from Skullbusters, and today we're going to be talking about the fastest cars on Sardegna road track. Now we've tested a few cars and I just want to make it clear at the start, these cars I've just benchmarked against myself. The lap times I put in, they can be bettered, but I've just benchmarked them against what I can do, and that's come up with how good the cars actually are. So without further ado, let's get into which cars are actually the best. In 5th position, we've got the Hyundai N2025 VGT car. The turbo version, not the electric version. So it's a great little car, really agile, and it's decent on the fuel as well. You will have to go into fuel map 6 for maybe 2-3 laps of the race to get the one-stop strategy, but for getting that one-stop strategy it's well worth it, because F. Portier in his Dodge Viper, he pits 3 times, so even though that you're lapping the same sort of lap time as him, because he's pitting three times, you end up well ahead of him. Did struggle a bit with the understeer that this car has when you accelerate out of the corners. I did mess around with the differential, but I just couldn't seem to get the right setting on it. But apart from that, it's a really good car. I wouldn't recommend it over others on this list, but if you want to get in a different car, by all means, it's a very good car. So here's the setup for it. Increased the front ride height to 65, maxed out the rear downforce, and then 80 on the ECU, 79 on the power restrictor, and then 91 ballast at -50, gives you a 50-50 weight ratio. Don't forget about the differential, keep it quite close together, because you don't want your back wheels causing more understeer than the front wheels. You want your front wheels to have a little bit more rotation in them compared to the back wheels. So yeah, that's that setup. We'll move on to the next car. Next up on the list, we have the Peugeot L750R. Very different car to the Hyundai. This has got a hybrid system, so when you're going up through 3rd and 4th gear, the hybrid system kicks in and gives you a major boost of acceleration compared to the other cars in this race. Does struggle at the top end with its top speed, does max out about 150, but this circuit's more about acceleration than anything. Very good car again, 4-wheel drive, one-stop strategy. You'll end up out front with this no problem. Very good car, easy to drive. Didn't have any problems with the handling, it's just a bit heavier than the other cars I've got coming up for you. Definitely recommend this one. So it's a similar sort of setup to the Hyundai. So we've raised the front ride height a bit. It's quite a lot bigger on this one actually, the rear ride height. We've also adjusted the toe angles, brought down the diff settings on the front and the rear, so it's 10 and 15. Again, that rotation between the wheels is slightly different. You've then got 76 for your ECU, power restrictor at 74, 121k for the ballast, and then at a -12 position, and that'll bring you at 799 pp. Next up, we've got the Gran Turismo Classic, the 787B. Fantastic noise, good car. A little harder to control than the other two, this one, or the other 3, because it's a mid-rear setup drivetrain. So it does have a lot of wheel spin on it, so you might want to turn your traction control up to 1 on this. You can have it on 0 on all the others. But it is a very good car, it's very slick, good through the corners, very light, really good on the fuel. So yeah, one-stop strategy with this one, and absolutely nails the course. Made for it completely. You will eat up the competition with this car, no doubt about it. If you have it on fuel map 1, you'll get to 9 laps without needing to fuel up, but you'll want to get to 7 and change just for your tyres. I'll just show you a setup now. So first of all, I don't think I've changed the ride height on this one, but I've definitely changed the anti-roll bar to level 7 from level 5 to cope with a bit of the oversteer. That helps with that. I don't think I've touched many of the other settings. I might have reduced the toe angles just to make them a little less extreme. differential gears have changed again, so it's 10, 10, 35. You could bring the braking sensitivity down if you wanted as well. Rear downforce maxed out. I'm not sure if I've maxed out the front downforce. We've got 76 for the ECU, 74 for the power restrictor, no ballast, and that makes it really, really fuel efficient. Right, on to car number 2. Right, just take a moment to appreciate the livery because I think it's absolutely awesome. Took someone's Calzonic livery online and changed the colour on it from the normal Calzonic blue to a chrome blue, just glitters in the sunshine. Anyway, this car, very, very good. Stable, good on the fuel, and it corners like a beauty. It's very, very easy to control this considering it's a front rear drivetrain. It's got good speed as well, so whereas the other cars might drop off a bit at high speed, this will just stay with the cars, particularly the R8, which you might come into some trouble with, and it just dominates them. It's very stable. The only thing you might struggle with is a bit of understeer, but all in all, it's a very good car and easy to control. I'll just flash up a setup for you now. So it's a bit different to the other cars in that the rear downforce is nowhere near what the other cars are. So we've maxed out all the downforce. The ECU and the power restrictor are a lot higher. So we've got 92 on the ECU, 89 on the power restrictor. Left top speed around 290, but I don't think you'll get up to that. Differential gear again, 8, 8 and 31. I think I've adjusted the ride height on the front, but that's it. And yeah, it drives like a dream, this car. Dead easy. Very simple, very effective. And on to the final car now. So here we have it. Best car on Sardegna road track by a country mile is the Mazda LM55 VGT. Great car, agile, 4-wheel drive, efficient on the fuel, and really, really easy to drive. I've done a 137.2 on this, which for me, as an average driver, could potentially put you under the 25-minute mark with a one-stop strategy. So, really good car, really agile. Honestly, there's not much I could say more about this car. It's got a lot more speed than the other VGT cars. I don't know why. I've tried tinkering around to get the same sort of setup with them, but this just seems to have a bit of an edge for some reason. Doesn't lose out on the straights as much as the others, and it's just dead easy to drive. And the advantage you have over the competition is you're more agile, you've got better speed out of the corners, and they have to brake in places that you don't, and that's another thing. The braking on this is far superior to any other car on the field. So I'll flash up the setup. So we've got 55 and 65 for the ride height. I've not touched the anti-roll bar or any of the suspension, I don't think actually. Mess with the differential settings. So we got the 10, 15, 15, 15. Should actually lower that and probably get better lap times. Going over to the downforce, just tweaked it down so it appears under the 799. I could actually raise that front downforce. Rear downforce is maxed out. 8079 for ECU and power restrictor. 100 kilo ballast at -18 position, and you still end up with a very well balanced car. So I'll just show you the lap time I put in with this. Did it on a time trial, but it's still same circumstances. So do a 1:37.8, think to myself, no, I can do a better lap than this. So maxed out speed, 155, looking for the 50 metre marker, brake at the 50 metre, accelerate as soon as you come into the apex. Car's really stable, so you can keep flooring it all the way through. Traction control set to 0 here. Just after the 50 metre marker, say probably about 25, you're looking to brake. Make sure you slow down enough here and then hit the apex and accelerate straight out there. Just point and shoot. Coming up to this corner, you're going to want to brake into the corner, hold the speed, and then accelerate out as soon as you know you're not going to hit that barrier. Accelerating all the way out here. This is where you get up to, you can get caught up by the other cars. They might not overtake you. If it's the BMW or the R8, they might do. So you're going to brake just after the 100 mark, turn in very late, getting as close to the barriers as you can, accelerating as soon as you get past that barrier. And then this bit you can take flat out, so turn in, keep to the right, and then keep close to the barrier as you can. Straight down, about 75 meters brake, again close to the barrier, point and shoot as soon as you're close to the barrier. And there you have it, flat out all the way here to the end, and I think I managed a 137.2, we'll see. Obviously I'm an average driver, I'm a B rating on the driver rating, so you could probably do better than I do, so yeah. So I'll just flash up our ranked them. Obviously Mazda's top, but then you've got the GTR Nismo at second, 787B third, the Peugeot fourth, and then the Hyundai in fifth. Obviously I've done the Nismo twice. I had the Honda NSX GT500 there, but it just didn't seem to click for some reason. And then the McLaren VGT, that was awful. I couldn't get the setup right for that, for it to make it work. So yeah, I hope this video's helped, and if it does, leave a like. If you've got any questions, leave a comment, and subscribe for more, and we'll see you all next time.